Are you looking to cultivate a deeper sense of self-love and acceptance in your life? In today's video, we will explore how the principles of Buddhism can help you practice self-love and compassion towards yourself and others. Lesson 1. Ask for praise, but don't depend on it. It's not always wrong to want praise from other people. It's in our nature to want to connect with others and get their support. It's nice to be praised for our hard work and achievements. But when we count too much on other people's approval, we risk losing sight of our own worth. Buddhism tells us to find peace and meaning inside ourselves. We should be proud of our own efforts and growth, and that should be our praise. This doesn't mean we should be cocky or ignore what other people have to say. Instead, it's about finding a mix between value validation from others and keeping a strong sense of self-worth. The Buddha himself taught that depending too much on other people's praise is bad. Don't look for praise from other people, look for the truth inside you. It is important to remember that real approval comes from knowing that we are living our lives in line with our ideals and trying to be the best version of ourselves. First, learn to see your own growth and hard work. Take a moment to praise yourself instead of waiting for other people to notice what you've done. No matter how small your wins may seem, they should be celebrated. This can help you feel good about your own worth without relying on what other people think. Second, try to be more aware. Practicing mindfulness can help you stay in the present and not worry too much about what other people think. Focusing on the present moment can help you become more self-aware and accept yourself more. Third, remember that every person has their own point of view. The things people say about you, whether they praise or criticize you, often say more about them than about you. Try not to take what they say personally. Instead, see it as a mirror of their own thoughts and experiences. Learn to be kind to yourself. Be kind and patient with yourself the way you would with a close friend. Keep in mind that it's okay that you're not perfect. You're still getting better, which is something to be proud of. It's normal for people to want praise from other people. It's important not to put too much faith in outside approval. Develop mental peace, love, and acceptance of yourself. Self-compass means being aware of your own efforts and growth, being mindful, and remembering that everyone has a different point of view. Lesson 2. Be nice to yourself and put yourself first. Knowing that you deserve your own love and care is what it means to put yourself first. Realizing that your health is important for you and those around you will help you feel better. Being physically, mentally, and socially healthy makes it easier to help others, make a difference in the world, and live a full life. Being kind to yourself is an important part of putting yourself first. Being kind to yourself is seen as a way to reach happiness in Buddhism. It means being kind, understanding, and forgiving to yourself instead of being stern and critical of yourself. It means realizing that you are flawed and will make mistakes just like everyone else. Instead of being hard on yourself for these mistakes, try to accept yourself and see them as chances to learn and grow. Putting yourself first is a good way to set limits. This means being able to say no without feeling bad about it. It means keeping your time, energy, and place safe and not letting other people cross these lines. It's okay to put your own wants and health first. You're not being selfish. You're just knowing and valuing yourself. Taking care of yourself is another important part of putting yourself first. This means taking care of your body by working out regularly, eating well, and getting enough sleep. It also means taking care of your mental and emotional health by doing things like therapy, meditation, and being aware. Self-care is not a nice to have, it's a must. It's not about spoiling yourself, it's about taking care of yourself. Being mindful is a great way to love yourself more. Being in the present moment without judging it is part of it. You become more aware of your thoughts, feelings, and body sensations when you practice awareness. This can help you learn more about yourself, figure out what you need, and meet those needs in a kind and helpful way. Being mindful can also help you find inner peace and happiness, which is important for loving yourself. Remember that putting yourself first doesn't mean ignoring or cutting yourself off from other people. Lesson 3. Be happy with what makes you unique. Buddhism teaches us about the idea of no self, which might seem to go against the idea of being proud of oneself. Understanding no self doesn't mean giving up our uniqueness. It means realizing that our sense of self isn't set in stone. We are constantly changing and evolving, and what makes us special is that we are always changing. The things that make each of us unique are the things that make us tick. Some of these traits may be common among people, but how they come together in each person is unique. It's not just our skills or talents that make us special. It's also our experiences, views, beliefs, hopes, and dreams. Being proud of what makes us unique doesn't make us cocky or haughty. Instead, it's about recognizing and appreciating what makes us special in a way that helps us love and accept ourselves. Knowing that we are enough with all of our flaws and strengths, wins and failures is what it means. One way to feel proud of how special we are is to practice mindfulness. We can better understand and value the things that make us special by paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and experiences without passing judgment. We can pay attention to what thrills us, what scares us, what makes us happy, and what pushes us. We can accept all of these parts of ourselves with kindness and understanding. Self-expression is another way to enjoy how unique we are. Sharing our unique point of view with the world through art, writing, music, dance, or any other form of expression can be a powerful way to celebrate who we are. You can say, "This is who I am, and I'm proud of it." Remember that just because we're proud of the things that make us unique doesn't mean we become attached to them. Like a lotus flower that blooms and then dies, our unique traits change over time. It's okay if they change over time. Understanding that each of us is a unique, changing being deserving of love and respect is more important than the traits themselves. Lesson 4. Try to care about other people. Buddhism says that you should care for other people, but you shouldn't forget to care for yourself too. When you show care and kindness to others, don't forget to do the same for yourself. To find balance and understand that taking care of yourself is not selfish, but important in order to care for others well, this lesson is for you. The idea of metta or loving kindness is a big part of Buddhist beliefs. As a practice, metta means being kind and compassionate to all things, including yourself. It has to do with developing a heart that is open to both giving and getting love. People who practice metta not only show love to others, but they also improve their own ability to love and care for others. Don't just care about the people around you, care about yourself too. This means paying attention to what you need, letting your thoughts be heard, and letting yourself rest and recharge when you need to. Being kind and compassionate to yourself in the same way you would be with a close friend is what it means. Don't forget that taking care of yourself is not being selfish. You have to do it to keep your physical, mental, and spiritual health in good shape. You should take care of yourself when you're sick or stressed out, just like you would a sick or stressed out friend or family member. Taking time to relax and enjoy yourself, eating healthy foods, getting enough sleep, and doing things that make you happy and fulfilled are all part of this. Self-compassion is another part of being a loving person. Being kind and patient with yourself when you fail or make a mistake is what this means. Try to comfort and understand yourself instead of berating or blaming yourself. Don't forget that everyone fails and makes mistakes. It's just the way people are. The important thing is not that you never fail, but that you keep growing and changing because of them. Try to get better at accepting yourself. Accepting yourself as you are, flaws and all, with all your wins and failures, happiness and sadness, is what this means. It means being aware that you are a work in progress and that you are always changing and growing. It means giving up the need to be perfect and accepting the flaws you have. You can help other people more if you take care of yourself first. When your body, mind, and heart are all healthy, you have more energy and resources to be kind and compassionate to other people. You are better able to understand and feel other people's pain, and you are better able to support and help them. Being caring also means being aware of the present moment. It's about being fully present in the present moment, without judging or getting distracted. When we are aware, we can really hear what other people are saying, understand their needs and feelings, and react with kindness and compassion. Lesson 5. Don't compare yourself to other people. Buddhism teaches us how important it is to be non-attached, which means giving up things like competition and comparisons. Each person's journey is different because it is shaped by their own successes and struggles. Do not compare yourself to other people. Instead, pay attention to your own path, growth, and success. Do not long when you look at other people's bowls. This kind of behavior, which comes from envy, will bring you down. This lesson reminds us to keep our attention on our own path and not wish for what other people have or compare our success to theirs. Remember that everyone is going through something, even if it's not obvious. Compare your swimming skills to those of birds, not fish. Similarly, don't compare your skills to those of other people. Always remember that everyone is different and has their own skills and weaknesses. Instead of comparing yourself to others, be thankful for what you have. Thank God for what you have, the progress you've made, and the person you are becoming. Being grateful changes our attention from what we don't have to what we do have, from our flaws to our strengths, and from our problems to our gifts. Instead of comparing, you should try to learn. Every person you meet and every event you have gives you a chance to learn and grow. Don't see other people as rivals, see them as teachers. Learn from their mistakes, their wins, and their life experiences. Lesson 6. Spend time with happy people. With the people we spend time with, our mental and emotional health changes in big ways. They can either make us feel better or drain our energy. Either they push us to grow or they hold us back. Because of this, it's important to be careful about the people we hang out with. It's self-love to spend time with people who make us happy. We love and accept these people for who they are. They help us in our goals and bring happiness and energy into our lives. They are our supporters, our friends, and our sources of motivation. But how can we find these good influences? Buddhism says that a noble friend is someone who is good, who helps us stay on the right path, and who pushes us to be good. These are the people who have the traits we want to grow, like honesty, kindness, compassion, and wisdom. Just because we want to spend time with happy people doesn't mean we should stay away from upset or hurt people. Buddhism tells us to be kind and compassionate to all living things, no matter what their situation is. Keeping a balance is important, and we shouldn't forget about our own health in the process. Lesson 7. Don't think about your worries and bad ideas right now. It's about being in the present time without judging it. When fears and bad thoughts come up, just be aware of them without getting caught up in them. Think about them like clouds in the sky as they go by. It takes work, but over time you can get your mind to be more calm and balanced. Meditation is another good thing to do. You can relax your mind, get clear, and find inner peace by meditating. There are many types of meditation, but loving kindness meditation can help you deal with your fears and bad thoughts the best. You send positive thoughts and kindness to yourself and others during this exercise. This can help you fight off bad thoughts and live in a happier, more loving state of mind. Taking care of your body is also important. A healthy diet, regular exercise, and enough sleep can all help your mental health. You're taking care of your mind and body at the same time. Don't forget that it's okay to ask for help when you need it. Talking to a mental health worker might help if your worries and bad thoughts are getting to be too much. They can help you deal with these thoughts and improve your mental health by giving you advice and support. Learn to be kind to yourself. When you're having a hard time with fears and bad thoughts, be kind to yourself. Remember that these thoughts are fine. It's okay to have trouble. It's important that you're doing your best to deal with them and look after yourself. Buddhist self-love is a process of finding out about yourself, accepting yourself, and being kind to yourself. It means seeing your own worth, accepting what makes you different, and being kind to yourself as you would to others. It's about putting your own growth and success ahead of comparisons and competition. It's about getting rid of fears and bad thoughts and finding peace and balance inside. Of course, the most important thing is to know that you deserve love and kindness too. Lesson 8. Accept the things you can't change. The idea of changelessness and acceptance is one of the most important ideas in Buddhism. Being able to love yourself is deeply connected to this lesson. To love yourself fully, you need to learn to live with the things you can't change. A lot of things can go wrong and change in life. It's not always possible to change the things that happen around us. When we try to control things that we can't, we often cause ourselves pointless pain. People are afraid of the unknown, don't like change, and hold on to the past. But when we do that, we make our own pain. Buddhist lessons tell us to stop resisting and accept that things change all the time. This doesn't mean we should be quiet or give up and let fate take its course. Instead, it means we should work on changing the things we can and accept the things we can't. Giving up is not a sign of weakness or failure. It means you are strong and smart. It means accepting that some things are out of our hands, and that's okay. It's realizing that life changes all the time, and that those changes can lead to growth and new chances. First, be aware of how you feel. Sometimes things happen that are out of your control, and it's normal to feel angry, sad, or scared. You should let yourself feel these things. Don't try to hide them or feel bad about having them. Don't forget that it's okay to not be fine. Mindfulness is important. Pay attention to the present. Don't think about the past or the future too much. Instead, concentrate on the present. Don't judge or fight what's happening. Just accept it as it is. Don't forget that the only time that is certain is the present moment. Practice being thankful. There is always something to be thankful for, even when things are hard. It could be something as easy as a warm meal, a lovely sunset, or a friend's kind words. It's possible to change your view and find peace in the middle of chaos if you look at the good things. Don't forget that being thankful for what we have makes it enough. Learn to be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself. Talk to yourself like you're talking to a close friend. Don't forget that you are doing your best with what you have. We all make mistakes and trip and fall sometimes. Buddhism's lessons on self-love can help you change for the better and find inner peace and harmony. Some things that can help us treat ourselves with kindness and understanding are self-compassion, acceptance, and awareness. Remember that loving yourself is not selfish. It's important for your health and for you to be able to truly love other people.